Hey, this will be a video chart on AMHD. I want to get this here just kind of as an alert one. It's in one of these 000 stocks. So if you watch my other videos, you know I always kind of put out the disclaimer that these can be very risky, but at the same time, they can be very profitable too. As the old saying goes, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Very so that there's a high risk with these, but there can also be a good reward. So, like I always say, don't be going and grabbing your kids' college tuition money and putting it in anything like this. That wouldn't be smart. But if you have some money that you can afford to, light on fire and lose it, then that would pass the test on whether you should put it in one of these types of stocks. The reason I want to do this one today was just simply the fact of this big volume today, and it actually makes a good chart lesson too, and I'll get to that in a second. But real nice volume, a little over 500,000 shares traded today, and you can see that price made a nice move upwards. So now the question really becomes, does this move continue, or is this just a one-time pop? And that's kind of what we want to keep our eye on, and I want to go over a few different strategies on how you could play this, if you're interested. But first, let's just do a quick chart lesson. If you follow the videos, I'm a big fan of volume alerts. And so here we had all this volume right here, or we had, this is what the volume looked like down here. And then on this day right here, had a huge volume day, and you got some price reaction. So I'm sure this set off some volume alerts, and I'm sure some people are watching it. And then look what happened today, even bigger volume. So just a great example of how volume is an excellent leading indicator and how it can show bigger price movements that are, may possibly be happening. So congratulations to everybody that had noticed that volume yesterday, and then at least was watching it this morning and maybe hopped in and played some of this and scalped it out or whatever. But either way, it was a nice move. So congrats to them. So now, as for the strategies, I think the best way to do this is to first just find our support levels. So what I'm going to do is use a weekly chart, just because that way I don't have to scrunch up the chart as much. So if I go like this, we can kind of see some of the previous support or resistances and supports. The main one being, if you look over here, you can see there's a bunch of highs at 0005. So this is going to be, it was a resistance today, but because the bulls broke it and then closed above it, it's become a support level. So change that to green, move it back down here, 0.005. So remember where that one came from. And then we also had just simply this 3-cent level, and this was actually the key break here at 0003, because you can see, if you look back in the history, a bunch of lows here. So this is where it acted as support. When it did fall below on this day, acted as resistance a bunch of times, and then you can see acted as resistance a bunch more times here. And then when it finally did break, that's when the big move came. So this is going to be the other key support level to keep your eye on, is the 0003 level. So now, if you're a buy on weakness person, meaning you like to buy when other people are starting to panic, 0005 and 0003 are going to be your two locations where they would present good possible entry points for you. 0004, as you can see if you look back, there's not really any sort of resistance or support history, so I wouldn't feel very comfortable there. But at 0005 or 0003, these, according to the chart, are some support levels, so they could be a good buy on weakness level. Now, in terms of buying on strength, if you're a momentum type player, that one's pretty easy, because we put in the top today that level, and I'm going to go back to the daily. So here's the daily chart, and everybody remembers where these two levels came from. But if you're like to play the momentum, like I said, this one's pretty easy from a charting perspective. The high that was put in today was 0008, so obviously there's some profit takers and sellers up there. But if the price can get back through there and break through, the key being on any sort of breakthrough, nice volume. If it goes up above and the volume's only looking something like that, it could still move. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I wouldn't feel good about the odds being in my favor. But with a move like, or with volume like this, or something like that, I would feel much better. So 0008 is going to be the breakout point for those that like to just play strength and do quick scalps. Overall though, I could see maybe a possible pullback here, and then let these moving averages down here catch up, and then a move upwards. I know a few of these other 000s have done that pattern a few times, where they make the initial big move,
kind of pull back and everybody thinks they're dead, and then they always get a secondary move. Sometimes it doesn't go up to a 0008, or or excuse me, doesn't go up to the previous high. But if you get in down around this area and it pops back up again, that's still some nice percentages that can be made. So we'll just have to see what kind of pattern it takes. But hopefully you now have a few different ways you can play it if you so choose. So if you have any other questions on AMHD, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook. And with your subscription to the newsletter, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. And best part is it's all free. We've been making some good money together, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. One last time, this was AMHD. Thanks for listening.